up, YouTube family? It's your girl Emma, and I'm back with a Roman challenge. Yes, a Roman challenge. So how's everybody doing? Everybody's doing good? Good, everybody's doing good. So listen. Alright, now listen up. I was tagged to do a Roman challenge. Fix your Roman noodles the way you want to fix your Roman noodles. So that's why I'm here today, and I was tagged by, let me get her name right, YACK Snacky. See there? I got you. I remember this time. Yeah, that's because I wrote it down just before I cut the camera on, y'all, because I'm bad. YACK Snacky tagged me to do the Roman challenge. So here's my Roman noodles, and I'm going to show you everything that I got in it. So this is just the sauce for right now. And shrimp, got that. And I'm going to put, I have some spinach, cilantro, green stallion onions, and some bean sprouts. Yeah, so that's what I'm gonna put in mine. So let's throw all of this in here. I kind of like this because it kind of reminds you of pho anyway. Yeah, pho. But this is not pho. This is the Roman noodles challenge. Yeah, ordinary, I don't know, I put all this stuff in it. I just put the sauce in it and some onions. That's it. So that's what it's looking like. So I'm gonna pour a little more juice in it. Okay, put some juice in it. Set that back up here. So thank you, sis, so much for tagging me in this. And I'm gonna have some apple juice. Yeah. Some apple juice. So this is the Roman challenge, and like I said, I got spinach in here, shrimp in here, and by the way, this is beef Roman noodles. Beef Roman noodles. Yeah. Bowl kind of small, but this is the only. I got another clear bowl down there, but this should do. This should do fine. So, why I'm doing this challenge, I said I wanted to have a topic. And as you all know, the last time I saw everybody, I said I was going to do a topic on the young man by the name of Kevin Samuel. Yes, Kevin Samuel. So I've jotted down a few things to talk about Kevin Samuel. He's a young man that's on YouTube, for those that don't know. Yes, I am going to give him a shout out because after all, he is our brother. Even though our brother might be a little slightly disconnected up here. Slightly. I say slightly because some things he makes sense, but there are two things that I totally disagree with Kevin Samuel. Some of you guys that's passing by my station, you might see the title. It's going to say Roman challenge. Let's talk about Kevin Samuel. So this is just my thoughts and my views on it. Okay? But first, let's say grace. Lord, thank you for this food. Let this food be nourishment to my body. Don't let it make me sick or fat. Yes, Samuel, fat. In Jesus' name, y'all know the rest. Amen. All right, so let's go ahead and take the first bite of this with the spinach, shrimp, onions, cilantro, and bean sprouts. Very tasty. All right, y'all. So let's hop right into the discussion. I'm jotting down a few things to discuss about some of the things that Kevin Samuel talks about on his show. And this is not to put down our brother like the brother like to put down his sisters. I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm not going to put him down. Because some of y'all might go back and tell them you need to come by and watch Sister Emma's channel, the Montgomery family channel, Emma. Yeah. Number one, the first thing I totally disagree, and I'm going to tell you the things that I do agree. But I think my disagreement outweighs a lot of my agreements. Okay, so I'm going to start with my disagreements. The first thing I disagree is that him telling the black community that it's okay for our husbands to cheat on us just because they are considered as high value men. You know, I understand what high value men mean, what that means. I get that. I understand what that means. So you take a guy that's a doctor, and you take a guy that's a janitor, you take a guy that's a doctor, you take a guy that's in housekeeping, you take a guy that's just a blue collar guy. Let's say he's working at the post office. Let's say he's working at one of the General Motors, like Chrysler or Ford or somewhere like that. He's making cars, or even because my dad worked at Boeing Aircraft. Okay, he helped build the plane. So my father was what you call a blue collar guy, in the sense of, I say, mild high value man. Okay, because he made pretty good money. So I get what he's saying with that. Do most women want a high value man? Well, I think all across the board. I don't care whether you're Indian, Puerto Rican, Italian, German, it doesn't matter. Who won't want that? Who wouldn't want that? Same thing with a man. Now, this is my dispute. He says that we as women ought to be grateful and happy that a guy that's considered high value, that has put a ring on our finger, and that we don't have to go out and earn the money. We get to stay at home, be a wife, be a mom, keep the house clean, cook, take care of the kids. This is what he says. Now, if I'm wrong, some of you guys correct me in the comments and let me know. Some of you all that went on saw a show on YouTube. This is what he says. He told one lady that, because she said, I don't think I can stand by and let my husband go out and cheat. So then he asks her, well, how much percentage are you willing to give towards the household? And I think she said none. Like, if she had to go out and work, she preferred to stay at home. So in terms, because she doesn't want to go out and make money, she wants to be a housewife. Because I've been a housewife and I didn't go out and make money at all. My husband took care of me and his child. Okay, did that give him the right to go out and cheat on me because he's making all the money? He's the breadwinner in the house. That I should sit back and let my husband cheat on me because I'm a stay-at-home wife? Absolutely not. Now, then he says, well, think about when our grandparents were parents. Yes, I did that, Samuel. Sure did. I guess I'm getting in my male femininity now because I did that. Yeah, we're gonna talk about that too. But anywho, so he says, what did our grandparents do when our grandfathers and our grandmothers, when our pawpaw went out and cheated on our grandparents? What did our grandmothers do? Oh, she sat back and she was silent, but she knew, but she didn't do anything. Why? Because she was, the poor little housewife, was just happy to know that her husband was the provider of the house. So therefore, she turned the other way. Given my grandfather, your grandparents, it's okay to go out and cheat. Absolutely not. Yeah, I'm trying to eat this food too and talk and stay calm, because he seems to think when a lady gets a little high pitched sometimes, he seems to think that we're in our male femininity, you know, which we're not. People have a tendency to do that. Sometimes you get a little loud, you know. I can say the same thing for men. What men want, like he does all the time. He gets very upset. He curses and he hits the little button, makes fun of people, make fun of women and stuff, you know. He just loses it. You know, I like to hear him say the French toast. He says French toast instead of the other word, but he has let go and said a couple of other choice words. Now I could say, well, you acting like a woman then. You high pitched, you're getting all upset, but I'm not, because when you get upset, that's what happened, right? That's what I thought. That's what happened. So anyway, my thing is this: it's never okay for our grandparents, any man, to go out and cheat on his wife because he's married and because he feels that he can do it because he's a trillionaire, he's a billionaire. It's never okay, and I don't care what race that you're in. It is never okay for a man to go out and cheat on his wife. And I don't care how many millions you got. Okay. Just thought I'll put that in there. Kevin, it's never okay. Okay? Stop telling our black brothers that it's okay for them to go out and cheat on their wives. Now, we're not saying mistress, a well-kept woman. I think you're getting the two mixed up. If there's no ring involved, there's no priest involved, there's no marriage certificate involved, but you're just living together like you are man and wife, then it's okay. And you can have trillions of dollars and billions of dollars, and you should be able to go out there and sleep who you want to sleep with. Why? There's no certificate involved, which is a marriage certificate. There's no lab work has to be done to make sure you're okay and I'm okay. We didn't take holy matrimony. That is the purpose of marriage, is to be faithful to each other, regardless of how many millions of dollars that you have. So I dispute that. That's the number one thing that really made me upset with him. Now, at first I was going to let you all listen to what he had to say, but I'm not going to do that. You guys can Google, you guys can look him up on YouTube. It is never okay for our husbands to go out and cheat. And I don't care how many trillions and billions of dollars you got. If you wanted to stay single, and then that way you can go out and you can have as many affairs that you want to have. Well, he seems to think that it's okay for married men to go out and do that simply because they are the provider of the household. And we as women, the only thing they want us to do is just be submissive, which I have no problems with being submissive. None at all. If you're a quality man, okay, we're gonna leave this high value thing out the window. We're gonna leave that out. We're gonna just talk about men, just men in general. From the guy that's making $1 million a year to $1 trillion a year, to the average guy that's making $30,000, $40,000, $50,000 and up. Men are men, just like women. Women are women. I don't care where they are. Women are women and men are men. Now, our cultures may be a little different when it comes down to rules and engagement about marriage. This is where I got my notes at. Now, he wants to always throw it back in the 20s, in the 40s, you know, in the 1800s, how women were petite and thin. Well, by you being a black man, an African black man, even though I'm a black woman, my ancestors, I'm sure, were Africans, okay? Some probably were even slaves. We come from a background, a range of body built. A range of body built. Some of us can be small, some of us can be petite, some of us can be very, very, very large. Now, I'm not saying that women, all women, not just black women, but see, he seems to stipulate on black women when it comes down to our weight. All women come in all shapes and sizes. And just because they did portray bigger women on TV, because you and I both, I'm 55 and you're 51. Because we didn't see that growing up in the 60s. Or let's say, I'm going to take my mom. My mom is 80 years old. I'm going to take my mom. Because my mom did not see, unquote, white women real fat, or kids that where she went to high school from, which were all black, you know. She didn't live in a white community. So that's not to say that white women did not weigh 150, 160 years old. He's looking at the idea that these women on TV, okay, of course, anything that's on TV, they're going to always have to portray this petite, small woman. Even when they were portraying us, we were Some of us were real large, and some of us were really small. Look at Eartha Kitt. Eartha Kitt was small. Diana Carroll, she was small, okay? But you look at, what's her name? The lady that played in That's My Mama. She was pretty big. So we come in all sizes. Is it healthy? No, it's not. No, it's not. But there's no need for you to make women feel small, to say you're never going to get a man because you're overweight. You're too big. That's not necessarily true, because men like a variety of women. Colors, hair, skin, short, tall, midgets, all of that. There are people out here that are getting married. There are midgets. There are people out here that's super tall, okay? There are women out here that's big as I am are still getting married. So I just find it very offensive for you to say, oh, I'm sorry, I forget. You don't care about what we think as black women. We're just supposed to care about what black men want, right? But see what, brother, that's where you're missing it. I know I'm kind of all over the place, but yeah. That's where you're missing it too. You have to take in consideration how we feel too. Vice versa. We should care about how our black brothers feel as well. All right, so let me go on. All right, the average weight for a 5'5" woman, which is me, I'm 5'5", which is 138 pounds, versus a man that's 5'5", he has to weigh between 143 and between 132. Now, he's not going to tell you that the average man, I'm not talking about 6 feet, 7 feet. I'm going to stick with 5.5 because I'm 5.5. Okay, that's how tall I am. So if I'm 138, and if the man's supposed to be 143, there are a lot of brothers out here, honey, that's way over 143, but they look nice. You got some brothers out here that's weighing 180, 190 pounds. What about that? Yeah, are they overweight? And some of them twice that much, and it shows. But our brother Kevin, he wants to make a woman feel bad by saying, because a woman weighs, let's say this woman, she's 5 feet 5 inches tall, and her weight should be between 132. Let's say, okay, 132, 143, between 143 and 138. But let's say this 5-foot woman, she's more than 143. She's more than 138. Let's say this woman, and we're not going to even include babies, because a lot of our sisters out here don't have babies, okay? Let's say she's 180 pounds. Is that healthy? I agree with you. No, it's not. Would I like for our sisters to lose weight? Yes, I would, because I'm a sister myself, and I can stand to lose some weight, and I have lost weight. But is it fair enough to say that they're never going to get married when there are people actually have gotten married weighing 180 pounds and more? And more. Okay. Yeah, this video might be a little long. All those that need to step out, I understand. But for all my true ride and dies, I hope you guys watching to the end, because I want you all to leave comments. Because I'm going to read everybody's comment, and then we're going to have an open discussion in the comment section about that. Okay? Reading the comments. Alright. Now, the second thing is that he talks about is, oh, I have to look at my phone. He talks about why do black women focus so much on our education? Because that's how we were raised. We were raised just like all the other ethnic countries and nations and cities and states. that teaches their children to go to school to get a good education. Because we were raised like that. Okay? We were raised to be teachers, lawyers, doctors, scientists. And we do have all of that. Firemen, mail carriers, heart surgeons, brain surgeons, chemistries. All of that. We have all of that. So why criticize a black woman because she wants to get a good education? And not only that, I see personally, I see myself, when you're talking to brothers that are married and you ask them, oh, that's nice, what does your wife do? And then they say happily with a smile and say, oh, my wife, she's a nurse. Oh, my wife, she's a lawyer. Oh, my wife, she's a doctor. Oh, my wife, she's an attorney. Who wouldn't want a wife to be an attorney? Who wouldn't want their wife to be a doctor or a lawyer or a teacher or whatever their career is, a corporate lawyer? What is wrong with that? Now, if you happen to find love along the way and get married, that's fine. If your husband said that he doesn't want you to work, that's fine. But you have to find that type of woman that says, even though I spent 8 years to get this degree and I have used it, but now I'm getting ready to get married and my husband doesn't want me to use this degree anymore. My husband wants me to be a stay-at-home wife with our children. I have no issues with that. I agree with that. That's fine. But it has to be a decision made between the two people. But this is where I don't agree is, why do you insist on saying that it's something wrong with a woman wanting to have a good education? Because that's how we were raised. And not just us. All people are raised like that. Germans, what do you call the guys? What do you call the people that Amish? Everybody's raised to get a good education, but you seem to just down black women for choosing to have a career, education. That's my dispute. I don't think that's right. I don't think it's fair for you to make us, yes, me, feel bad because we have an education. Okay? And then you go on and then you want to say, oh, men don't care about that. We don't care about your education. Well, that might be true to a degree. To a degree. So what you're saying is just like you tell us, so you prefer to go get a woman that's working in housekeeping? You prefer to go get a woman that's flipping burgers? She's not a high value woman. So you just want a woman that's going to obey you and submit to you, regardless of how much money she makes, right? Because for us, you say that we are wrong for wanting this guy that makes 6 figures and more a year. That we don't want the lower value man that's working at McDonald's or working as a janitor, as housekeeping, or bowling, or in a law firm that's not a corporate lawyer. So we don't want those kind. We want this kind. Well, I think it's a two-way street. I think you want the same thing. I don't think you want to say, oh, well, my wife, she works at a hotel. She cleans rooms. Yeah, that's what I thought. Right. You want somebody that you can sit back and say, oh, when they say, well, what type of work did your wife do? Oh, my wife, she worked in housekeeping. She worked in the hospital. She worked in housekeeping. But I wiped her. I put a ring on her finger. Now she's a stay-at-home mom. So I think men like saying that their wives are professional wives. You seem to think that we have black women. I'm going to say black women because the whole subject is around the black community. That it's not okay for us to further our education. That then you said black women, you go do all of this schooling and you can't even use it. You can't even use it when you get married. Well, we're talking about before they get married. What is the sister supposed to do? Flip burgers for the rest of her life? What is the sister supposed to do? What is she supposed to do before she gets married? She has to support herself. Y'all make sure y'all leave me some comments, okay? And y'all let me know. Let me see where I am. I'm at 24 minutes. All right, let me get through because I don't want this to be long. I want to get straight to the point. All right, that's the number. That's the second thing. What was the other one? The other one was, oh, I get it. He wants to rate us by how we look. This face here. Not only just our face, our body, how much we weigh. So I just talked about the weight, right? So let's get into how we look. Our hair, our face, when it comes down to all the makeup and eyelashes and weaves and wigs and sew-ins and all of this stuff that men don't want that. Do I have any sisters out there? Do I have any real sisters and real brothers out there? I mean the real brothers, not the superficial brothers. Let's talk about that. Now he says, the only thing the men want, this is one of the things that men want, besides us being submissive and just being at home, being a housewife, and then you go out and run up and down the street with your tongue hanging your mouth, cheating on us. This is the other thing that men want. This is our black brothers in our community, our corporate brothers, okay? He keeps saying about the corporate brothers, so we're going to leave out the average Joe. I guess they just don't count. Because that's who we're marrying, though. We're marrying the average Joe, but I guess they don't count because they're not high-value men, okay? But anyway, so he says, men don't want all the weave and all the makeup. They want us in our natural beauty, our natural state. Well, I can understand that, and that's good. That's really, really, really good. That's good. Y'all, I'm talking too much. My food getting cold. Hang in there with me, y'all. I had to get my fan there when y'all started getting hot. I got talking about Kevin Chuck. I started having a hot flash. I started having a hot flash, Sadie. Girl. Anyway, alright. So let's talk about how he rate us. We cannot rate ourselves. We can rate ourselves as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, and 10. 10 means that you're beautiful, you're gorgeous, you're the apple of God's eye. I mean, you're just beautiful. I mean, no nothing, no makeup, no nothing. You just extraordinary, okay? Well, I'm just ordinary. That's all I can tell you. This is an ordinary woman. See, no makeup. That's my eyelashes, okay? My hair, this is my shoulders all day. Okay, anyway. Well, what I got to say about that is this, y'all. Men are visual creatures, right? They look at us. They look at our face. Now, I'm just talking about appearance. We're not talking about when we're talking and they're trying to get to know us, our personalities, our characters. You know, going a little in deeper depth about the person that you're trying to get to know. We're not talking about, we're just talking about appearance. We're just talking about appearance. Men are visual people, right? What man do you know that's never ever in his entire life going to say, I don't want an attractive woman. I don't want an attractive woman at all. Okay? Now, I don't think men, some men can. I'm not going to say all, I'm just going to say some. But men has been, some men, I'm going to say some because you can't generalize and say all. You have to say some because some are and some are not. Some men are so visual to where, I'm going to say society, the media, okay? You know, with your supermodels and your thin bodies and all the makeup that they have to wear to look what you men perceive to be beautiful, right? I know there was one young lady on his channel that she was a black young lady. She's very young, and she said that she feels like she has to compete against what we see on TV. And I understood perfectly well what she was saying, because with all the makeup and all the hair and all the lashes and everything, you look real good. You look beautiful. You look wonderful. And that's black, white, Indian, whatever. I don't care what type of group that you are. Women just look beautiful. It enhances the beauty of your face, right? Now, but this is his thing. So he says men want a natural woman with natural hair and no makeup and all this stuff. honestly, some men have been programmed to where that's what they are attracted to. They are attracted to that. Now, for those that are not, now, for some of them that are not attracted to the nails and the hair and the makeup and all of this stuff, that's wonderful. But we're talking about for the men that are attracted to that. Because like I said, not all men are attracted to all this. Some men want their girlfriends, their wives, their boo, or whatever you want to call yourself. They like the natural woman. But this is the thing. Can you handle the natural woman that don't look so beautiful without all the hair and all the makeup? Can you really handle that? See, I hear you saying that, well, women, the men, we just want somebody just natural, with natural hair, natural beauty. Okay, but what about some of those that might have birthmarks on the side of their face? You know, what about some of those that might have uneven skin and the hair might be blonde, but they're black, or you know, that because of the birth in the wound and everything, things happen within the wound that cause you to come out what we like to call normal, that you might not look so normal with your skin texture in your hair. You know, some of them might call them albinos and stuff like that. Can you love a woman like that? Can you be attracted? And there are some men that are. They are attracted to that. So my thing is this. I don't think it's fair for you to generalize and say all men want a natural woman. Can you handle a natural woman? Because all women don't look the same. That's my thing. Not all women look the same. Some women hair are straight. Some women, like for instance, I use my own sister. My sisters, all three of my sisters have beautiful natural curly hair. Sister Emma, Sister Emma wasn't blessed like that. I don't know what happened. I don't know. My mama probably was stressed out. I don't know. my little sister and my other two older sisters, they can wet their hair and shampoo and their hair just curl up. I mean, just curl up, just as soft and everything. They don't have to put no perm, no nothing in it. But Sister Emma, Sister Emma got to do a whole lot to put this stuff in the conditioner, okay? So I'm just saying, and there are plenty of women around here that are wearing their natural hair. But we're talking about women that are not using all these products to make your hair smooth and condition and everything. Because the ladies from Africa, they don't have all of that. And they're still married. And they're still considered as beautiful women. Okay, but here in America and all over, men like the makeup. They like the lipstick. They like the hair. They like that. You all like that. So to sit back and say, oh, we just want a natural woman. Well, okay, when you get a natural woman, can you handle it? Can you handle it? Now, I've heard Brother Samuel, he said some of the women that come on there with the hair all messed up, wearing bonnets, wearing this, and they looking like this. You know, he kind of dogging them a little bit. But that's their natural state. But then you want to go and tell them, fix yourself up when you come on camera. I don't understand people. You know, hey, they know they're coming on camera and you come on here and you look like that. But you told us to come in our natural state. I'm just confused. I'm just trying to figure it out. So my thing is with that is, can you handle it? Can you handle a woman in their natural state? We're not talking about the women that you consider as beautiful in their natural state. Okay? Okay. This is all I ask. Now, so that was that. I also wanted to talk about women in the workplace. Now, he's always talking about women, how men built the world. Men built the whole entire world. Women didn't have their hands in nothing. Well, that's not true. That's not true. Because God created Adam and Eve. And Adam and Eve produced men and women. Men and women. Now, did the men do the bulk of the work? I'm sure they did. I'm not disputing that. I'm sure they did. But somewhere in there in the creation that women had a job too. So that's don't forget that. Now, I looked it up. What was the percentage of women engineers? I got a lot of stuff written down, but I wanted to know what was the percentage of women engineers. I think it was 190.14. I think it was 190 million. I think it was million women that are engineers. And the largest amount of those engineers were women that lived in, I think it was Afghanistan or Iraq. One or two. They might be the same. I'm not for sure. Duh. Okay. But most of that, the bulk of the engineers are our other brothers and sisters, our other sisters from other countries. Okay. So, I mean, it's just so much I can go on and talk about this brother about. And like I said, I'm not here to put him down. I'm here to talk about the things that it makes no sense. And then the last one, y'all, is love. You know, he says, forget love. But that's not the word that he uses. He uses the F word. He says, forget love. He was saying, people don't marry for love. Brother, what? Really? Why are you telling the black community to forget about love? Why? Why? Well, if we're going to forget about love, there's no need to get married. Why even get married? I got married for love. Why did you get married? You got married twice. And if you didn't get married for one of the reasons why you married the women that you did marry, and if it wasn't for love, shame on you. Shame on you. Now you probably would say, well, I cared about her. Well, that people do get married because they care for one another. But the average American married for love. We married for love. So he's telling the women and men, forget all about love. You don't marry for love. Where they do that at? And those arranged marriages? Arranged marriages that do not marry for love. India, China, Pakistan, Japan, Israel, Afghanistan, Iraq. These are arranged marriages. Okay? This is the culture. This is what they do. But the average American marries for love. We're all looking for love. You know why that we marry for love? You know why we're always looking for love? Because God died for us in love. So Kevin, please stop telling our brothers that we should be happy that their wife does because they are billionaires and millionaires. Those are called mistress, okay? Those are the type of women that you're talking about. They don't even care whether you marry them or not. Why? Because they're getting paid. So they don't care. But a for real wife? No, dear. No, dear. No. There's no woman in America that will allow that. Okay? Unless she don't care. Alright, y'all. I'm going to go ahead and end the vlog. I mean, not the vlog. I'm going to use the challenge. Like I said, I can say so much more, but I'm not because I want to be too long. So, thank you so much, YACK Snacky, for tagging me in the Roman challenge. That's what I got left, everybody. So, until next time, everybody, I'll see everybody on the next vlog. Okay, and once again, thank you so much. Guys, don't forget to hit the like button on your way in and on your way out. Alright, now leave me some comments and let me know how you feel about Kevin Samuel and some of his topics. Those that have seen his channel, have heard about him. So let me know in the comments what you think. And now that some of my brothers that are subscribers to my channel, like Raymond and Raymond and Knight and Prince and Sean and Greg. You guys chime in and let me know what you all think about some of the things that I said. And if you get a chance, and if you don't mind, just hop by his channel and just check out one or two of his videos and just scroll up and see what really catches your eye. And tell me what you think about some of his views about men, how men view women and as wives and as girlfriends. So just let me know. So okay, so until next time everybody, I'll see everybody on the next vlog. Okay, smooches to everybody. All right, y'all. Bye.